Tonight on SUTV News, we look at the hottest holiday gifts of the 2018 season.
And Romaine Com, the FDA finds the mystery behind the E. coli outbreak.
All that and more right now. Thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Jordan Hanley.
And I'm Patrick Ramsdale. Tonight we begin with our first ever SUTV Holiday Gift Guide. SUTV's Isabella Marcelino is here to share with us her favorite gifts for the 2018 season.
If you missed Black Friday deals, don't stress just yet. There are still so many ways to save this holiday season. I put together my 2018 Holiday Gift Guide to give you my top 5 favorite items this year. I start out with a gift for any dedicated iPhone photographer. For only $90, these lenses will let you go wider or get more zoom than your camera can do on its own. It is attached to the back of the phone and gives you better quality than your phone's built-in second lens. My second gift brings fitness easily to your home. Peloton Digital has thousands of addictive instructor-led studio-style workouts across fitness categories like cycling, running, biking, boot camp, strength, yoga, and even stretching. Monthly subscriptions are available for $20. This next gift is one that keeps on giving. For as low as $14 a box, travel to a new country every month and discover the best snacks and candies they have to offer. Go in-depth in your exploration with a fun 8-page educational booklet that comes with every box. From rich dark chocolate with tangy orange peels from Greece to zesty tomato chips from Thailand, you never know what you're going to get inside your box. My next gift is for the most beloved member of the family, our furry friends. Embark Dog DNA Test uses the most accurate breed identification scientifically possible. The DNA test kit tests for over 250 dog breeds, even wolf, coyote, and village dog ancestry. Embark also tests for over 160 diseases to better plan for your dog's health. This gift marks at $154. And this final gift allows you to light up a loved one's life, whether they be across town or across the country. These long-distance lamps turn on with a simple touch of your hand. Its mate emits the same ambient glow no matter where it is and who is on the other end. Each person sets up their lamp via Wi-Fi, then reaches out and touches the lamp whenever they want to let their loved one know they're thinking of them. These lamps are $170 a pair. Well, those are my favorite holiday gifts this season. Back to you guys at the desk.
You can find all of these gifts on Amazon, a company that continues to break records. This year's Cyber Monday was once again the biggest shopping day in the company's history. The online giant says from Thanksgiving Day to Cyber Monday, shoppers ordered more than 180 million items. Bestsellers from the weekend include Amazon Echo products, Instant Pots, and Ancestry DNA tests. Especially after days like Cyber Monday, Pennsylvania officials are urging residents to protect themselves from theft, especially when it comes to package deliveries. State officials released 4 suggestions for this year for residents to protect their packages, as theft is traditionally expected to rise during the holidays. Suggestions include utilize tracking numbers to get an accurate delivery time, request a sign upon delivery to avoid leaving packages outside, work with neighbors and offer to hold packages for each other, and if a package has been delivered but is missing, you are encouraged to report the incident to the police.
Every year, the art department hosts an annual holiday art sale. This year, the holiday art sale will take place in Dauphin from December 3rd to the 6th from 10 to 6 p.m. There will be scarves, ceramics, cards, crochet, headband warmers, and much, much more. Everything on sale is completely student-made. Cash, credit, and checks will be accepted at the event. Come out and support the art department. The College of Arts and Sciences Student Travel Grant Program gives students a chance to travel to a professional conference. The students would present a paper, poster, or an oral presentation. The Dean of Arts and Sciences created this fund to help students participate in a more professional and academic conferences. If you are interested or know anybody interested, you can fill out an application on the SHIP's website. The midterm election season has officially come to a close, but not for one SHIP political science class. It's just starting their campaign season. SUTV's Katie Swaggart has the story.
PLS 323, Campaigns, Parties, and Elections, is a course offered to juniors and seniors at SHIP. The class is divided into 3 parts: learning about the functions of an actual campaign, researching candidates running in the 2018 midterm election, and running a simulated election, aka a simulation. PLS 323 Professor Dr. Allison Dagnes says that all 3 parts will help students understand the difficulties of running a real-world election.
Everybody who's involved in the simulation realizes how difficult it is to do this, and I hope they therefore appreciate not only people who run for office, but everybody who works very hard to get someone elected.
Classes like these can even motivate young voters to get out to the polls during election season. And according to polls done after the midterm election, there was a record number of Americans aged 18 to 25 that voted. Dr. Dagnes says that classes like these can assist in educating students about the importance of voting and continue to increase voter turnout.
A simulated election can inspire even just a small percentage of people to do that, then I think it's a really good thing.
Katie Swigert, SUTV News.
Shippensburg University has been honored with a bronze-level bicycle-friendly university award from the Legion of American Bicyclists. They received the award due to SHIP's achievements in enabling safe, accessible bicycling on campus. Professor Alan Dietrich Ward says he's absolutely delighted and honored by the selection of Shippensburg as a bicycle-friendly university. This year, SHIP has 20 new bike racks, newly labeled on-campus bicycle paths, a free bike share program, and bicycle repair stations. Living off campus has many benefits to student success. SUTV's Danny Banda takes a look into Madison and Brookside housing.
There is a luxury to living off campus. As just students living here, we don't really notice or take into consideration what goes into making our living so comfortable. Being a property manager at an off-campus leasing office comes with various tasks at hand.
Hello, thank you for calling College Town Communities. This is Tom. How can I help you?
I spoke to Tom Calamer about the daily procedures of a property manager and what key aspects make living off campus so special.
Day-to-day is usually just some different morning operations, collecting rent from rent drop box, people dropping rent off overnight. Different things like giving tours, helping people get mail, helping people check their account for different balances are due.
Filing paperwork and answering phone calls are also factored into the daily tasks at hand, along with meetings and workshops for upcoming marketing events and student engagements. During this time of the year, things begin to get busy because it's leasing season.
So we're doing re-rentals, people that want to stay here for next year that currently live here. We're leasing to new tenants, can get pretty busy with tours throughout the day, different leasing online. So usually keeps us pretty busy. It's a lot of fun, so that's good.
If you're looking to sign with Madison Brookside, swing by the office, ask to tour, and receive a free t-shirt. With SUTV News, I'm Danny Banda.
Shippensburg's Business MBA program was recently listed as one of the nation's best according to onlinemBApage.com. John L. Grove College of Business has had an outstanding reputation for exceptional value of education. They now offer the online MBA with hybrid MIS concentration. Students are able to take online and evening courses to go along with their schedule. They have diverse and sought-after concentration options as well as the best quality of education that comes from the AACSB accreditation. The people from onlinemBApage.com look for the best of the best with world-class instructors. The reputation would have been enough to win the spot, but the outstanding faculty secured the spot. The mystery behind the E. coli outbreak in romaine lettuce has been solved. The FDA revealed Wednesday the cause is what's called end-of-season harvest in some parts of California. The agency is asking lettuce producers to put the product date and origin clearly on their labels. To help with tracing, a task force has been established to determine better solutions for labeling lettuce long-term. The E. coli outbreak has sickened 43 people in 12 states as well as 22 in Canada. The shoe company Payless made a bold marketing move earlier this week. The company opened a luxury shoe store called Palessi and filled it with the brand's inexpensive footwear. Various fashion influencers were invited to shop at the fake store, with some paying hundreds of dollars for shoes typically costing about $40. Customers were shocked to learn the shoes were actually from Payless because of how elegant and sophisticated the shoes were. The fake store made $3,000 in just 3 hours. Buyers eventually got their money back and free shoes for their trouble. When we come back in world news, more trouble brews in the White House as Trump cancels an important meeting.
We'll tell you more after the break. An unexpected animal goes viral.
SUTV's Matt Kleindon has this week's world news. Matt?
President Donald Trump announced on social media Thursday he will not meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin at the G20 summit in Argentina this weekend. On Twitter, Trump says he called off the meeting because Ukrainian sailors taken hostage by Russian forces have not been released. The president says he looks forward to another summit with Putin once the situation is resolved. On Sunday, Russia captured the crews of 3 Ukrainian ships near the Kerch Strait. The 2 leaders last met in Finland in July with only their translators present. Deutsche Bank's offices in Frankfurt, Germany were raided by 170 police officers and tax investigators in connection to a money laundering probe. Authorities say police have raided the main headquarters and 4 other branches in the city. Thursday's raid is in connection to the 2016 Panama Papers investigation of a Panamanian law firm, Mossack Fonseca. They're suspected of helping clients set up offshore companies as tax shelters. Chinese state media reports that authorities have halted the gene editing activities presented by Chinese scientist He Jiankui. The scientist claims to have created the world's first genetically edited babies and defends his work. At a genome summit in Hong Kong Wednesday, Dr. He Jiankui said he was proud of altering the genes of twin girls so that they could not contract HIV. His work, which he announced earlier this week, has not been verified, and many scientists are condemning it. Reports say that China has stated the research violates Chinese law. Gene editing is banned in most countries. And finally tonight, you'll want to move over if you ever run into this big guy. Meet Knickers, a Holstein Friesian steer, which is a dairy breed of cattle. As you can see, he towers over the other cows in his farm in Malup, Australia. His owners say he's Australia's biggest steer, standing at more than 6 feet 3 inches and weighs nearly a ton. In case you're curious, the world's largest steer is a Chineena ox named Bellino, who is measured about 3 inches taller than Knickers in a 2010 cattle show in Rome. That's it for World News. Let's send it back to the desk.
Now let's send it over to the Slate's Michaela Valonio for this week's Slate Preview.
Michaela?
Coming up in the Slate next week, we will cover the details of Stephanie Erdice leaving the Women's Center, as well as the Red Raider Field Hockey National Championships. Other stories include the Slate staff's editorial on the different ways and the different people who celebrate Christmas, the Celtic Women Concert, and Chip's Winter Bingo. Be sure to pick up the next edition of the Slate on Tuesday in newsstands around you.
When we come back in entertainment, Ariana Grande teases a new and exciting music video on social media.
And SUTV's Marley Bullman gives us a look into this week's weather. Patrick, it has been cold, it's been rainy, it's been miserable welcome class, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this week is looking better.
Well, let's send it over to Marley for the 5-day forecast.
It seems like our weather won't be having any drastic changes this week. Today our average is 31 with partly cloudy skies, and Friday we can expect the clouds to stay and the average to rise to 38. Now let's take a look at our 5-day. The weekend will have scattered rain through Saturday and ending Sunday, with Saturday in the 40s and Sunday's high reaching the 60s. On Monday and Tuesday, the clouds will return, with Monday going up to the 50s and Tuesday staying low in the mid-30s. And finally on Wednesday, we will have cloudy skies with a high of 36 and a low of 27. That's all I have for weather. I hope you guys have a wonderful week.
Ariana Grande has once again laid claim to the spotlight. Since the release of her new single, Thank You Next, fans can't stop hitting the replay button. But now it seems a music video will soon be accompanying it. Grande began teasing the project on November 20th with a slew of Instagram posts about what fans can expect. References from the films Legally Blonde, 13 Going on 30, and Bring It On were all present. Then this past Monday, she took it a step further by posting a trailer for the video. Paying homage to the fan favorite Mean Girls scene, Who is Regina George? It featured cameos from a multitude of celebrities and ended with the simple phrase, coming soon, leaving fans desperate for more. Thank You Next was written based on Grande's past relationships and how they helped her grow. She hopes this message will be portrayed in her video as well as get a few smiles. Earlier today was announced that the video will be released tomorrow, and the fans can't wait to see what comes next. Years after her drastic fall of shocking headlines, multiple arrests, and court trials, Amanda Bynes is finally setting the record straight. During an interview with the Paper magazine, the former child star opened up about what really happened during her dark decline. According to Bynes, much of her behavior had to do with drug abuse, including marijuana, Adderall, and ecstasy. She felt as though she had no control over her body when under the influence and was often depressed and lonely. She even mentioned her past rambles of bizarre tweets and apologized for anyone she may have hurt. Now, with her life back on track, Bynes proudly revealed that she has been clean for 4 years and currently enrolled at the Los Angeles Institute of Fashion Design and Merchandising. She also hopes to get back into acting and release her own clothing line. In a final statement, she said, "I have no fear for the future. I've been through the worst and came out on the other end and survived it." This Thanksgiving saw the release of a teaser for the highly anticipated remake of Disney's The Lion King. The classic Disney movie is being brought back to the big screen this summer to tell the story of Simba and his journey to become king. Fans have been anticipating the release of this film since it was confirmed back in 2016 by director Jon Favreau, who is also the director of the live-action Jungle Book movie earlier that same year. The film features a star-studded cast including Donald Glover as Simba, John Oliver as Zazu, Beyoncé as Nala, and James Earl Jones, who will be reprising his iconic role as Mufasa. The Lion King is set to release summer of 2019. Long live the King. With the Christmas season well underway, it has now become easier than ever to binge on both classic and new Christmas movies this holiday season. Freeform will be starting their annual 25 Days of Christmas on December 1st, which will play up to 9 Christmas movies a day for the entire month. Netflix has also begun releasing original Christmas movies of their own, including The Christmas Chronicles starring Kurt Russell as Santa Claus and The Holiday Calendar starring Kat Graham. For those of you who are more interested in the classics, a new re-release of the movie Elf will be hitting shelves to celebrate the 15-year anniversary of its release back in 2003. This special edition will feature a sing-along version of the movie, as well as include a book of elf culture written by Buddy the Elf. With the holiday movie schedule all planned out, it looks like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. On Monday, November 12th, Marvel Comics real-life superhero Stan Lee passed away at the age of 95. Reporters say that Lee was rushed to the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center from his Hollywood Hills home. It has been revealed that his cause of death was heart and respiratory failure. In his honor, the brand Funko has released multiple limited edition Stan Lee cameo figures, including him dressed as a security guard from the Hulk, military man from the Avengers, Age of Ultron, and many more. These figures remain a top seller and are currently going fast at expensive prices. It has also been noted that his cameos will not be ending anytime soon. Stan Lee reportedly had filmed 3 other cameos prior to his death. This means that fans can expect to see Stan Lee in the yet-to-be-titled upcoming Avengers film along with Captain Marvel. As it stands right now, Lee has officially 32 cameos dating from 1989, where he appeared in the TV movie The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, to Avengers Infinity War this past April. His collection of hilarious cameos are just a reminder of what an amazing creative and character individual he was. This legacy will continue on with Marvel being the glue that holds it all together. Creator of SpongeBob, Steven Hillenburg, died this Monday at the age of 57. The SpongeBob showrunner had announced last year that he had been diagnosed with ALS. SpongeBob had been running for 19 years and was also turned into two theatrical release movies and a Tony-winning musical. Nickelodeon sent several tweets this morning, mourning the deaths of Hillenburg and sent condolences to his family. Hillenburg's creation had brought joy to millions across the world, and he will be missed. That's it for entertainment. Let's get back to the desk.
When we come back in sports, field hockey is one game away from greatness.
And men's basketball is off to a powerful start.
Shippensburg senior forward Cole Kropnick and senior midfielder Patrick Lubin were named to the 2018 United Soccer's Coaches All-Atlantic Region Men's Soccer Second Team. Kropnick finished the regular season tied for the conference leading goals with 11 and ending the season with 26 points. Lubin, on the other hand, started out all but one match and finished second on the team with goals with 5 and was tied for second in team assists with 3. and that finished him with 13 points on the season. This is the third award this pair has earned this postseason, making All PSAC First Team and Division II Conference Commissioners All-Association All-Atlantic Region Men's Soccer First Team. In men's soccer, men's basketball, however, has started off the season with an impressive 6-0 record, and that usually is not a big surprise for the men's team. However, a strong senior class gone, head coach Chris Feight's new look basketball team looks a little different.
Men's basketball is just around the corner, and with the class of 2018 gone, the team has some new faces. However, in Coach Chris Feight's opinion, the goal is still the same.
Our goal every year is to try and take it a step further and to keep improving, and we've certainly taken big strides each year that I've been here, and so it's no different this year. Our guys, we want to try and win a championship and get in the postseason and see if we can go further than we did last year.
With all-time leading scorer Dustin Sleva and three-point king Justin MacArthur graduating, Feight is looking for the next class to take over their roles.
I would put it on our seniors for the most part. Antonio and Manny, they've both been through a lot in our time here and have been a huge part of the success that we've had, and they understand what it takes for us to have had the success we've had in the past, and also kind of the approach that we need to have this year in order to achieve something again. So I'm expecting a lot out of them as far as leadership role goes, and as well as in performance on the court.
The men will have to find production elsewhere outside the senior class, and who else for Feight to look toward than sophomore point guard Jacob Biss.
It's going to be huge, you know, and I thought he did a great job for us last year. I mean, he played a major role for us, even though Clay played more minutes at the point. Jake really had a lot of responsibility as a freshman, and I thought he played in some big moments and big games and did a nice job for us. So. You know, we kind of handed the keys of the car over to him, and you know, he's running the show now at the point, and so he's going to play a lot of minutes and have a lot of responsibility. But you know, with his work ethic and his approach and his understanding of the game, I have no doubt he's going to do a good job.
Biss and the seniors, as well as junior John Costello, have big shoes to fill, but Coach Feight believes this team can make a run deep into the playoffs. The men are ranked third in the preseason coaches poll, only behind Westchester and East Stroudsburg. In Higas Fieldhouse, Jake Rom, SUTV Sports.
Sticking with basketball, redshirt freshman Dom Sleva was named the PSAC East Freshman of the Week. The award comes after Sleva averaged a double-double last week for the Raiders. Last Tuesday, Sleva scored 11 points and grabbed 13 rebounds in a win over Wilmington, and he scored 10 points and 8 rebounds, respectively, in a win against Cal U on Sunday. Sleva is the first Shippensburg player to earn PSAC East Freshman of the Week since fellow forward John Costello won it on February 27, 2017. The Raiders return home to Higas Fieldhouse this Saturday against Seton Hill. Tip-off is at 3. Now moving on to field hockey. Field hockey, well, they just keep on rolling, ladies and gentlemen. In the NCAA semifinals, the Raiders took down number 1 Westchester 4-0 and advanced to their 3rd straight NCAA finals. The star of the match was none other than Yasmin Petrantonio, who scored all 4 goals for the Raiders. And, well, Petrantonio's 4 goals is this week's stat of the week. 4 goals on just 5 shots for the sophomore, and her and the Raiders will face the winner of the 2nd semifinal between East Stroudsburg and Pace. But until then, Yasmin Petrantonio takes home this week's stat of the week. Tune in next week for the stat of the week, and remember, if you work like that, you get the stat. That's it for sports. Let's send it back to the desk.
When we come back, an achievement worthy of an epic handshake.
Stay with us.
A video of engineers celebrating NASA's Mars landing is going viral. NASA's InSight lander reached Mars Monday, and Mission Control erupted with pride, including these 2 system engineers who gave each other an epic handshake. Turns out they were inspired by 49ers players Marquise Goodwin and Kendrick Bourne, who did a handshake during a game last September. Since then, the engineers have been practicing for this very moment. But even though one of the engineers said the NFL players did it better, their handshake is a hit.
Well, they may have an impressive handshake, but I think ours is a little bit better.
For SUTV News, I'm Jordan Hanley.
And I'm Patrick Ramsdale. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SUTV News, and check out our website, sutvnews.com.
We'll see you next week.